Hello everyone, it is just me this time. Kendra, the other one that was in the first two videos, is out and about for the day, so I'm going to be doing a little kind of simple little video just to kind of fill in some space on before we start doing like maybe a collection video and other kind of curated things like that. We kind of talked about in the first two videos about how obviously we bought a lot of stuff in July. Like you can't even argue that. We're not gonna argue that. We know we bought a lot of stuff. But I wanted to show you kind of what our thought process is with a lot of that. What we get rid of, things like that. Do what I've seen described as a anti-haul, which is basically you're getting rid of stuff. So it's like why you're getting rid of it, the things you're getting rid of, that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do that. We have like a little box over here that I've got that I'm gonna pull from and kind of tell you why we got rid of it and our reasoning for stuff like that. Just that way you guys don't think we're just buying a million things and then we have like stacks all on the floor and everything. It's like we try to kind of rotate as best we can. And we're gonna start looking at maybe different storage solutions and blah, 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 all those kind of things. So we'll get into that here in a second, but I'm just gonna start going through this. No particular order really per se. I'm just gonna grab out of this box and kind of go through why we're getting rid of some of this stuff. So I'm gonna grab a couple of movies. Ghost Ship. We've had this as a singular DVD for quite a while. I've seen it before. She hasn't seen it. It's a decent movie. Everybody probably knows the beginning scene with the wire that cuts through all the people on the deck. Bought this, and then we found a collection of movies that had this, and I think it had like Hidden, which is the Duffer Brothers movie, and like two other things. It had like 4 movies in it. Obviously, we don't need this and a collection of them, so we just got rid of it. So that's usually what a lot of it's going to be, is like stuff that we had as singles. We found a collection with it, and then we were like, okay, we're just going to get rid of it because there's no point in having 2 copies of the same movie most of the time. Obviously, there's certain like collector's editions and things like that it's different, but when it comes to things like that, where it's just like a normal DVD, we don't need that. Date movie. We bought this to watch as a group with our friends and stuff like that, and we watched it, and it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. It's got like a couple moments where I laughed, but you can definitely tell it's dated. It is from 2006, so it's definitely very dated. You can tell the comedy's dated. I at least understood some of the references of the movie. There's some other more like parody movies that are a little bit older where it's just kind of like they start flying over your head if you're not old enough to understand. So I'm old enough to kind of get most of those, but it's more cringe than funny. And so we're never going to watch it again. We don't really need it in our collection because we're kind of trying to curate a little bit more now and thin out the stuff that's just kind of like, oh, that's funny, let's grab that. So that was one that I put on the chopping block. The 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Same thing with Ghost Ship. We bought this and it's in a collection, so then we don't need the singular one. I think I've seen this once a long time ago, but I've heard it's really, really good in terms of remakes. So we'll probably have to check this out at some time. And then All Hallows Eve 2, which is kind of almost like a prequel to Terrifier. At least the first one was. I think the first one had Art the Clown in it. I think it's an anthology though, so it's kind of like Art the Clown might have been like one segment in All Hallows Eve, and then everything else was just different stuff. Haven't really heard much about either one of them, but we bought a 2-pack that had this and All Hallows Eve 1, so we were like, we don't really need just a separate copy of All Hallows Eve 2. There's no point in having random separate copies of stuff. Same thing with The Descent. Amazing horror movie. We love it. It's nice having, slipcover editions of stuff, and it looks nice, but we have it in a collection, so it just saves space for us. So, but really good. If you have not seen The Descent, I really, really highly recommend it. Sinister, same thing. We had in a collection. This one, in my opinion, which might be a hot take, highly overrated. It's been described as like the scariest movie of all time because like they put heart monitors on people that were in the theater, and they had the highest heart rate out of all the movies they showed. I don't really care for it. It's got like 1 or 2 good jump scares. Other than that, there's a lot more scary movies. You know what I mean? But we got that in a pack, so we don't need a separate copy. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, the Criterion version. We found this on a smaller Criterion version, so we went ahead and grabbed this. I think this is also a DVD copy, so not only was it smaller, but it was also a Blu-ray, so it was an upgrade for us. And then Black Hawk Down. This one's a little tough to get rid of because it's a 3-disc deluxe edition with a lot of features. We got it in a 3-pack. It's got like Fury and something else, and this. I really wanted to keep this because it's a special edition, but technically, I don't really know how often I watch special edition stuff. It's nice to have, obviously, if you're like, oh, I want to see, like, this one's got like a 3-hour, almost 3-hour making of documentary on it. That's cool. You know, if I had the time and I was interested in that kind of stuff, I probably would absolutely go for it, but other than that, there's no reason to, because it's pretty thick. It's, you know, it's a little bit thicker than a DVD. It's like a DVD and Blu-ray together, basically. No reason to keep it, so that's a sad let go, but, you know, it is what it is. You gotta make room how you can. Band of Brothers. This is the absolutely freaking jacked edition that I'm sure, like, everyone and their mother has. It's cool, don't get me wrong. It's just, it's such a large collector's edition that it's just, I got like a super small like Blu-ray version of this that's like you could fit 4 of those where this could go. So it's cool, don't get me wrong, like nice steel book, it's got cool art and everything on it. Way too big for its own good though, so that was definitely a no-brainer really when it came to that one. Paranormal Activity, we had the 3-pack, which was Paranormal Activity 1, 2, and 3, obviously. Same thing, we got like a Blu-ray collector's edition that had like 6 or 8 of them in it, which I didn't even know there was that many. I think it was 6. So that took care of everything we had, and I'll just go ahead and group it in that. We had the separate copy of the marked ones, Paranormal Activity. This also came in the pack we bought, so that was 2 things we were able to get rid of from 1 pack, which was really nice. Cabin in the Woods, same thing, really good horror movie. Really glad we had a singular copy of it, but we had a pack that we bought that had this in it. There's gonna be some funny stuff coming up here. And I mean, not like instantly, but like funny stories. Funny story about this, Prestige, Christopher Nolan movie. Really, really good. Really like this movie. Kind of slept on, if you ask me. I was like, oh, we don't have a copy of this. I need to grab this. Like, I want to grab all of Nolan's movies. We definitely did have a copy of this, and the copy we had was nicer. The only thing this had going for it was it had a slipcover, so I literally just took the slipcover off this, put it on our other copy, and then just did that. That's really why you want to have like an app or a list that you keep of the stuff that you have already, because you can avoid doing stuff like that. And then this is the one I was talking about that's funny. Whoa, it's like we've already seen this in this video. Once again, we were like, do we have Date Movie? I don't know, let's go ahead and grab it anyway. So we had 2 copies of Date Movie, so they're both going to Goodwill or someone else. Like I said, make sure you have a list or something that you can keep track of your stuff, because it saves a lot of pain. That's the short and the sweet of it. Planet Terror. This is also the same thing where I didn't know if I had this because I like this movie and I like Death Proof. I bought a steelbook of Planet Terror because I was like, oh, I don't think I have Planet Terror, so like that'd be cool to have the steelbook. Got home, lo and behold, there's Planet Terror. So at least I have a steelbook of it. So that's kind of like a good upgrade if you ask me. It just, once again, that's like 3 things in a row where we're like, do we have this? We're not sure, let's go ahead and grab it anyway. Luckily, they're all secondhand, so they're only like a couple dollars, but I would hate to like buy something brand new and then turn around and be like, wow, we have that at home already somehow, and then you've spent like 30 bucks and it sucks. Insidious, we got like a triple pack of these, I think, or something like that, or some kind of collection that had Insidious in it. Also, really good horror movie if you haven't checked it out. Leigh Whannell, I think, directed that one. No, sorry, James Wan. James Wan actually directed that. Leigh Whannell, I think, came up with like the screenplay and stuff like that. Another one, The People vs. O.J. Simpson. We didn't know if we had this or not. We bought this copy. This copy was worse than the one we had already, so then we just ended up, it's going right back to like Goodwill. Same thing with this, Nocturnal Animals. We didn't know if we had it, so I bought it, and we already had a copy at home. Learn from our mistakes. It's pretty rough. You should just make sure you have certain things on your list that you don't need. Harry Potter. Only reason we bought this copy is I bought a like collection that has literally all the movies in it. This was the only one it didn't have, so I went ahead and bought this, took the disc out of it, which I know is kind of on my end, because then it's like, what's the point of buying this? I mean, it's got some cool collector's stuff and like obviously the iconic poster art and stuff like that. But there's so many copies of this that this is probably gonna get put in a landfill, which I feel bad about that, but I don't need an extra copy of just the first movie, so it's kind of, there's no reason to keep it. Illumination 3-movie collection. Getting rid of this because we bought like the Illumination 10-movie collection, which has all of these and 7 more movies. So there was no point in us keeping this. Basically, we just didn't need it. But Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3, very good. I have not seen the new Minions, but I would like to see the new Minions movie. Crazies, really good movie. If you have not checked it out, highly recommend. If you like kind of like zombie/infected movies. Same thing. This was in a collection, which I'm kind of sad because it's the collection. Usually the artwork's, you know, it's like the 4 squares of the movies in them. I really like this cover with him dragging the pitchfork with the blood coming off of it. It's really cool, but obviously, like I said, it's all about saving space at this point because of how much we have. So that's going to someone else. Twister. We got a Twisters double pack, which had Twister and Twisters in it. So no reason to keep this. Really love this movie. I used to watch this all the time as a kid. If you want like a good disaster movie, this is really good. Pandorum, really good space infected movie, infection movie, zombie movie, whatever you want to call it. This was in the same pack as the Crazies, actually, so that worked out perfectly. Sorry, I actually have 2 of these, so I was missing 2 discs. So this was another one that I bought it, and no, this one has the discs. No, that's what it was. The other Harry Potter I have from like when I was a kid. This is the one I needed the disc from. So that one does have the movie in it. This one just has the special features. So I took the disc out of this one for the actual movie. But at least the other one is not completely being wasted. Even if somebody wants just the special features, they're missing it, it's on this one. Watchmen, director's cut. Really good movie. But I don't know if you guys saw in our other video, but I have the Watchmen collector's edition that it literally has an unopened copy of the Watchmen graphic novel, which I have read, and it's very good. But then it also just has the movie in it. That's also the director's cut. So there was no reason to keep an inferior copy of it when I have the collector's edition. So that's getting put away too. Bully. This is one of the movies I think that we got in our July haul that we got the fully uncut version. So this is the PG-13 version. We have the R-rated version, which is just the whole movie without anything cut or censored. She bought this because she wanted to watch it, but she's like, I really want to find the rated R version. Very hard to find. And then it ended up being that we went to a secondhand place and they had 2 movies that she had bought on Amazon because she was like, I'm just going to pull the trigger both at the same secondhand place, which was crazy. And then also another thing we got in the July haul, Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. We got the Criterion upgrade just because this is one of those ones that opens from the side. It's a very old copy of Twin Peaks. The disc is actually in pretty good condition though, but we just wanted to upgrade. This one's cool, but there's no reason to have the old one where you can get like the remaster basically, and it's, you know, it's just a nicer copy. So yeah, that was the anti-haul for this month. Like I said, we're kind of looking at going through this and kind of getting out some stuff that we're not 100% that we kind of bought and we're like, oh, just in case kind of movies. We don't need those, you know, with how much space we're using already. We'd rather take those out, or we're looking at doing like sleeving, basically, where you would put them in like little tiny sleeves, have little drawers or binders of them, kind of like when you get like bootleg movies, basically. For the movies we don't care as much about, and then that way we can fill this space with more like collector's editions and nicer copies of stuff. But we have those other ones to go through if we want to. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this little anti-haul. Let me know if you guys have seen any of the movies I'm getting rid of. If you want any of them, maybe I can try to set up something like a Poshmark or like a Depop or something and start selling some of these to some of you guys instead of just taking them to Goodwill. That'd be kind of cool to kind of try to keep them in collectors' hands. That'd be really nice. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. It means a lot to me and Kendra. And hopefully you guys keep sticking around because we've got plenty of more videos in the works. The Arrow Barnes & Noble sales coming up, or if it might have already started by the time you're watching this, so we'll probably do a little haul of that because there's a couple copies of stuff on here that have Arrow versions that I would like to upgrade to. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching, and until next time, thank you.